bumps. Drop the bumps right now. Don't care about me.
Good morning. This is Pete's last Thursday. Every introduction this week is going to be, this is Pete's last insert day name here. But yeah, we are pretty much ready to go for fitting these in. Pete's just got a little bit of work to do on the spots on here and one on there. And then we are going to get some windows in. Whoop, whoop. What do you say, Pete?
Everything's gonna be alright.
That's it. Okay, let's get on. So you can use them, or that final one led on there was the one that was to be cut up so you can take what you want. Whatever you think. Whatever you want. Whatever you need. La 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 la. Hey babe.
What's up?
Pop a couple of screws in that for me, mate.
Okay.
Thank you.
There was a chance that you took my pen, perhaps.
Hey?
You took my pen.
No.
Yellow. Pencil. Pencil.
No, I had my own pencil yesterday.
No.
No, no, no.
I just don't believe in you. No.
Well, I know that you don't believe in me, but do you believe me right now?
Well, regarding pens and pencil and knives, no, I never believe you.
I'm not crying because Pete's leaving. Who cares about that? I was crying because I couldn't find the bit holder. There you go. There you go.
It's my car.
Here. Don't know.
Stop looking. I found it. Going down. Going down. Going down.
It might slide, that's the only thing.
Don't worry, we got off the word. We got it. Right. Okay, you guys. Grab it in like this, look. We'll pull it tight, see? And then go, mind out the way, young'un. We're going to come your way slowly. Ah, pull it back! Ah, it's supposed to go slowly!
Okay, that's as far as I'm going to go. And now, very gently, we'll walk our way through.
4 inches away.
That'll be it. Oh. You got it, boys?
Yeah.
At least we don't have to lift it up, right?
See what that gets you.
Okay guys, are you ready there?
Yeah.
Be sure. 1, 2, 3.
And you guys got that a second?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to change myself.
Yeah, I've got 3 inches on my side.
Okay, so easily inch and a half to you.
So we're going to move it along, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Well, I've got ½ inch now.
Okay, go back.
Yeah. I've got about 40 mil.
I have about 45, maybe something like that.
Okay, well, that's good then.
Right.
There we go.
That's too much. Stop, stop, stop. Why stop?
I'm still.
Just 1 foot.
What's the line?
Something's coming up. Is it falling down? It's about to be quite fat. Okay, right. Now I'm ready. Right. Keep on going. Your side, Gary.
Yeah, I'm there.
Are we good?
Yes. As good as in line with the line.
Oh, Pete, that's such a good idea. Hold on, mate. It's so much hotter out there. It can't go anywhere. It's literally, it can't tip that way, it can't tip that way. Right then, boys. Let's get the. Well done. That wasn't too mad, was it, of a lift?
Well, I'm the king of this one.
Hang on, mine's about to do it.
Oh, look at the loveliness around here. And look at the lovely Peter looking confused. He's dancing, he's prancing, he's going home on Sunday.
Morning!
And it'll take him about 30 hours.
About.
Oh. Hey, mate.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Richard.
Friday.
It's Friday. It's nearly last my day. Well, not day. It's tomorrow the last day. So Sunday I'm gonna leave back home to
And
Poland.
what are we doing today, Pete? For the penultimate time. What are we doing today, Pete?
Well, everything was pièce résistant. The roof, the windows, the bardage. But today, definitely, we're gonna install that big glasses in those biofolding door. By the scale, I'm 192 centimeters tall, so you can see how big those glasses are, basically.
Big and heavy they're going to be.
And big
aren't they?
and heavy. They're really proper heavy. So there's 4 of us.
Yeah. And yeah, it's Friday the 13th. What could possibly go wrong?
Don't mention it. Don't think about it. don't do it, mate. Don't do it.
So that's it. Those 2 bits of glass in here. Hopefully just like an hour or 2, but I'm steeled myself for 4 hours or half a day or a whole day. And then we have our final window, which is here. And I'm going to put a couple of slit cuts in this here. right now, and then, because the brick pier that I built yesterday is behind here, and then we should be able to install the window using our plumb line, which is very, very beneficial to getting everything figured out. And then we will unscrew all of this, and these pieces will then just basically fall out, essentially. And then we should have a pier which is strong enough to then fix the final set of fixings into there. So it would have had a couple of days to go off, and it's summertime, so everything is nice and dry.
And folks, look at their windows. They're really nice.
Yeah.
They're really presenting themselves really, really neat.
Yes.
Especially with those, what you call them in English? The
muntins.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Someone's going to correct me. It's muntins or astragal bars. Like I can never remember which one's which. But yeah. Muntins or astragals. And yeah. We ummed and ahed, Hells and I, whether to have them. And yeah, very, very happy that we've got them, because I think they just...
Well done, mate.
They work, don't they?
Well done.
Yeah, they make it look like a factory.
Yeah, they
which
really
is
does.
kind of what this whole thing is going to be. It's going to be a workshop, like, eventually. So
yeah, and a good height as well. That's a good call on kind of lowering itself a little. So yeah.
Yeah, and so the reason we've lowered it is so we can actually reach the handles. A bit surprising to me that they were biased towards the top as opposed to the bottom, because all of the windows that I've seen over here have the handles biased lower down. So I just assumed that would be the same. But I guess Polish windows made for tall Polish people. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Mystery solved.
Mystery solved. Right. Should we get on and do something, Pete?
Yes, please.
Okay. On y va. Hey everybody, Pete's about to do some dremeling and he doesn't want to be filmed, so we're going to film it anyway. Bum, ba, ba, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum. It's the only one that's got any grinding left on it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot left. I think it's taken him like 20 minutes to get that tightened up.
Sure, but yeah, the grinding stone is gone. Hello, hello.
Wow. Look at this.
Yeah, look at that.
I thought this knocked the house down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Leave them in there, leave them in there. Yeah, I've got more.
Brilliant.
Yeah, just bits and bobs.
Nice.
Maybe a Bereal. I just fit the latch incorrectly, or the holes are not in correct space, like literally, millimeter and a half into the. Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Nice, very nice. And that's closed, so that's gonna be open.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, yeah? That's how you want it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, PT. I can do it.
No, you do it.
It's your mate, it's your project, through and through, from A to Z. I'm just a
He's just a
background.
poor boy from a poor family.
I'm just the background in the movies, like the crowd of people. I'm one of the crowd.
Come on, do it.
Okay, people, the door are installed. Super heavy, super big. Very first time for me to install in such a size. I installed before biofolding doors, but Richard can, say it. They're much easier. 5 or 6 panels, they're just smaller sizes.
One man can do
much
it.
Easy,
Yeah.
hanging there, but yeah, done. So, lifty, open.
Sliding. Oh, slide and the bounce back. Slide it back in, Peter.
Slide it back.
Slide it. Oh, it's so nice. And then that's it. Pop the handle up.
That's it. It's closed! The closed breaking! Yeah.
There we go. There we go. 18.
We did it.
18, aren't we?
18. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we did it, mate.
It's a good job he's going because it's very close. Now we get to take this off of here and hope that it's not all going to fall to pieces. So that's going to be something. So this morning we put those cuts in. Do you remember?
Yeah,
now we get to take these off and the ones on the other side, and then hopefully we'll just slide these pieces out. That's the hope.
What? No, I'm doing those. Those.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to YouTube, darling.
Oh.
There we go. The lady of the house is here.
It does feel like a house now. Finally. It's really exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't get over the windows.
Yep.
I can imagine myself sitting down the end there looking out those big picture windows at the view. It's going to be incredible.
We haven't actually done this yet. Do you want to see if you can open them? Because we dropped these windows down. Do you want to see if you can actually reach the handle?
Yeah. I can just stand on the child's shoulder.
Other way. There you go. So as long as you don't shrink in your old age.
I'll just put some platforms on, it'll be alright.
Yeah, there you go. It makes you look tiny.
Yeah, they are big, aren't they?
They are. There we go. There we go. And Pete has just adjusted the door so it slides even better.
Brilliant.
Have you got to go somewhere?
I've got to go and get the kids now, as usual.
All right, my love.
All right.
Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours.
Bye.
So delicious. Look at that, legend.
For the last time, let me touch your neck.
Thank you, God. That's my day. Thank you, God.
Hi, Pete.
Hello, Richard. Hello, everybody.
For the final time, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Glad, happy. We've did so much. It's supposed to be only 10 weeks, but took us actually slightly more.
Maybe
Extra 4 weeks.
5 weeks, I think.
5 weeks.
Yeah, 3 months it took
Yeah,
us.
3 months. So, but yeah, we've done it. Today we're gonna put final windows. I'm not sure about that one. If Richard should or should not install this one for the time being.
Why do you think we shouldn't?
Well, climbing easily,
Mate, there's a-
bringing stuff.
There's a big stairwell here that all I need to do is pick up the board and they've got the stairwell.
Up to him.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would not install this one.
Ah.
Just for the sake of not installing, because I said so.
But let's just take a look around. 3 months ago, there was just a metal frame here, and that was it. It was wet. All of these were soaking wet. Well, they were frosty, weren't they, on the first day? Do you remember?
Frosty, yeah.
Like an
wet.
ice rink, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And now look,
Yeah.
we did it.
We did it. Isolation, the curved roof done.
Yeah.
The bits and bobs left for Richard, but easily manageable
Yeah.
by 1 or 2 person, if you know. So
Yeah. So yes,
it's not like I'm leaving him in a deep blue sea.
or in the deep brown. Buddy, thank you very
welcome.
much.
Come on. There. Later. Let's try later.
I'm so happy he's going.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Noted.
so-
Dear diary.
So today, like Pete just said, we are going to be fitting these windows. The first thing is we need to get some 3v2 and use our Spitfire gun and basically fire those timbers into that metalwork, and that's going to create the depth that we need for the windows to then sit in and for the brackets for the windows to then wrap around, and so we can fix onto there. So that's what Pete is doing right now, just removing those temporary roofs that Jason put in last week for the, so the concrete in wasn't going to get washed out, which was very, very good in the end because it really did rain.
You did a lot.
It did. So yeah, let's get on and do it for the final day with the A-team. Are you ready? I'm going to double check my pocket.
Yeah, cover with my knife, which you snap out of the hands of Matt.
We're getting stressed because things aren't going so well, but now we're going to go for round 2 and everything's going to be fine. I'm going to put you guys over there. Here we go. Ding ding, round 2. Right, everybody. Matt's got to go. He's going to pick up his dad.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate.
No worries. It was
Thank you very
great
much.
to work here.
Yeah, and Matt, you joined us for a week of transformation, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah. Enjoyed
Still
it?
in good. Yeah, it's been good, and I've learned a pretty nice amount that's going to really help us as well.
Yeah. For sure. Right, I won't keep you, mate. You've got
Thanks
to go.
very much.
All right, so I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Definitely.
Matt's coming back for a bit.
Yeah, hopefully.
Cheers, pal. Now the time is near. It's time to face the final curtain. Pete is over there without a care for his trip back to Poland. But first we must get the tools all downstairs and have a beer. La 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 la. Petey. Petey. Pretty Petey. Richie. Desperate. Let's make ourselves.
Do it. Do it. The shaking, the hair again.
There you go.
I don't know what to say. Mighty Petey.
Mighty Richie, look at it. You know,
We did a thing.
We did a thing.
We did a thing, didn't we?
yeah, with the help of you guys, you know,
Yeah.
extra hands, obviously. 'cause
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
It's
well,
heavy
Jason
stuff.
helped us,
Yes.
and we've just had Gary and
Matt,
and who else has helped us along the way? And well, Ross as well.
Ross, because they're the concrete.
Yeah.
Mark, obviously.
Mark, thanks, Mark.
Dan.
Thanks, Dan. Thank you, not thank you, because Dan's an idiot. Like,
Come on. I love
Thanks,
our
Dan.
Dan.
yeah. So there you go. The windows are in, bar one little one. We won't talk about that, and also the downstairs door. But we definitely won't talk about that. But mate, thank you.
Thanks a lot, mate. Thanks
Yeah.
for inviting me.
Yeah,
It was a pleasure.
Yeah. I'm going to be sad next week. Next week, it's just going to be me. It's going to be weird. It's going to be really weird.
I'm gonna go for extreme fishing with Mighty Petey.
So you're going to go fishing with yourself?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to miss working with a man that refers to himself in the third person. Like,
It is what it is.
yeah. This guy's got like a 29-hour drive ahead of you. Like,
Nearly, yeah. Well, 24 according to the Google Maps, obviously. I need a
Yeah.
break. So it's gonna turn to the 30 hours.
my only regret is that Pete lives so far away, actually, because like, regardless of coming and working with me, I just like hanging out with the guy. So yeah, gonna miss him.
I'm gonna miss you too. And our afternoon beers.
Afternoon beers, the sultry looks, the will they, won't they romance.
No.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. That's right. That's correct. You're gonna help a lot, this fella. He deserves help. So yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks a lot, and see you next time. Maybe in autumn.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Right, now's the time. Go, Pete. Go. See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Run like the wind!